whack.
I call the meeting to order.
Nice. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. That was nice gaveling by my Austin's mayor for the day, Alani Theravong. With her since noon today, show her a lot around the city, and she is an absolute delight. Freshman at Austin High School, golf stud, power weightlifting stud, excellent student. She's going to go places. And at 13, 15 years old, I would never have been like she is. So that's probably a good thing. But she is absolutely delight. We've had a ball. So we welcome her today as our mayor for the day. We also welcome back Miguel Garate as our honorary council member. And Tom, if you could take the roll, please.
Mayor King, I guess.
Present.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Present.
Councilmember Pashusta.
Present.
Kelly.
Present.
Postma.
Present.
Baker.
All here.
Baskin.
Present.
Fisher.
Present.
We have a quorum, Your Honor.
Thank you. Looking for a motion for item number 1, adopting the agenda.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Item number 2 is a motion approving the minutes from our March 4th, 2024 meeting.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. Under recognitions and awards, I mentioned we have Alani Theravong here, mayor for the day. We welcome her. And under the consent agenda, we need a motion to accept the consent agenda.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Moving on to public hearing, out of the gate, item number 5 is a public hearing on street improvements on 8th Street Northeast from 16th Avenue to 18th Avenue Northeast and lift station construction at 16th Avenue and 8th Street Northeast, project 23104 and 23201. The amount to be assessed is $151,376.36 at a 5.25% interest rate for 15 years. Mitch?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. So tonight we have several street projects that we're having the public hearings on the assessments for.
I don't think your mic's on.
Thank you. And so last council meeting, or in February, we went through kind of the improvements that we're planning for each of these projects. And I don't plan on going through those in detail with you tonight unless there are specific questions. But I do plan to talk about the assessments a little more. So in January, we approved this year's street assessment rates. And those are listed on the sheet in the packet. So for a residential street reconstruction, the assessment rate is $64.32 per linear foot of frontage. And then for a commercial property, it is $91.85. And then we also have rates for sidewalk replacement, $7 for 4-inch sidewalk and $10 for 6-inch sidewalk. So all these different rates apply to all the individual projects, so we're assessing people the same on each project, and it's all based on your property frontage. And lastly, we have 3 ways of making payment on the assessment. The first option is to pay the amount in full by the end of October this fall with no interest. The second option is to pay at least 50%, and then the remainder would be put on your property taxes over a 15-year period with 5.25% interest. And then the third option is to put the entire balance on your property taxes over a 15-year period with 5.25% interest. And we do have a financial assistance policy for people that qualify. There are some criteria, and we can talk to Mr. Dankert if there are any people who are interested in that option, but that would defer the assessment until the property is sold. And all these assessments would appear on 2025 property tax statements. So with that, that's kind of the general information about the assessments. And now to the 8th Street project. We're assessing $151,376.36 on this project. And I have not received any written objections up to this point.
Thank you, Mitch. This is a public hearing. Anybody here wants to speak on this particular project in the audience, please step forward. Otherwise, council, any questions on this? If not, looking for a resolution declaring the cost.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Pashusta.
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Postma.
Aye.
Baker.
Yep.
Baskin.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Q5E is a resolution adopting the assessment role.
So moved. Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Pashusta.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Postma.
Aye.
Baker.
Yep.
Baskin.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you, Tom. Moving on to item number 6, public hearing on street improvements on 9th Street Southwest from 17th Avenue to 22nd Avenue Southwest and 12th Street Southwest from 17th Avenue to 21st Avenue Southwest, project 24101. The amount to be assessed is $309,757.67 at 5.25% interest for 15 years. Mitch?
Again, this project, we're assessing based on our street assessment policy, which I described earlier. Same payment rates and same payment options. So with this project, like the mayor said, we're assessing $309,757.67, and I have not received any objections to date.
All right, thank you, Mitch. Anybody here in the audience wishing to speak on this particular project? Yes, ma'am. You want to step to the microphone, please, and give us your name and address?
I'm Sandra Lindquist. I live on 21st Avenue Southwest, and I just have some questions to clarify because I couldn't come to the last meeting because I had to work. In the newspaper, it says you're going to go back on the sidewalk. Is the sidewalk still going through now?
There will be no sidewalks on
There'll be no
that project.
Okay, that was my big question. And then I've been asked to ask what company is going to be doing the work?
Road construction, do we have a contractor? Ullin?
I don't let them.
To be determined, we're bidding the project next week, and we'll bring that to council on the first meeting in April for.
Okay.
Thank you. Anything else, Sandra?
No, that was my only question I've been asked to ask.
Very good. Thank you. I have nothing further on this project. Looking for a resolution declaring the cost.
So moved. Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Pashusta.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Postma.
Aye.
Baker.
Yes.
Baskin.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'm looking for a resolution for 6E, resolution adopting the assessment role.
So moved.
Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Pashusta.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Postma.
Aye.
Baker.
Yep.
Baskin.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Item number 7 is a public hearing on street improvements on 4th Avenue Northeast from 17th Street to 19th Street Northeast, project 24102, and 1st Avenue Northeast from 8th Street to 10th Street Northeast, project 24103. The amount to be assessed is $281,453.17 at 5.25% interest for 15 years. Mitch?
Again, this project will be assessed based on our street assessment policy at the rates described earlier and the payment options described earlier. We're assessing $281,000 or $281,453.17 on this project, and I have not received any objections.
Excellent. Thank you. Anybody here from the public wishing to speak on this particular project? Council, anything for Mitch? Looking for resolution for number 7D, resolution declaring the cost.
So moved. Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Pashusta.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Postma.
Aye.
Baker.
Yep.
Baskin.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. And 7E, a resolution adopting the assessment role.
So moved.
Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Pashusta.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Postma.
Aye.
Baker.
Yes.
Baskin.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. And the last public hearing on street improvements is on 2nd Avenue Northwest, 14th Street to 19th Street Northwest, and 16th Street Northwest to Oakland Avenue West to 2nd Avenue Northwest, and 17th Street Northwest from Oakland Avenue West to 2nd Avenue Northwest. Project 24104, the amount to be assessed is $388,033.25 at 5.25% interest for 15 years. Mitch?
Once again, this project will be assessed based on our street assessment policy, the same rates and payment options, and I have not received any objections on this project. One note to add on the construction of this project, We did adjust the phasing on this slightly. We had three phases set up at our last discussion, and we'll be swapping phases 1 and 2. So phase 1 will now be Second Avenue between 14th and 18th Street, and phase 2 will be Second Avenue between 18th Street and 19th Street, and then the third phase will be 16th and 17th Streets. So that's one slight change to our last discussion. And our total assessment is $388,033.25.
Excellent. And if there's no questions on this, council, looking for resolution for 8D, resolution declaring the cost.
Public hearing.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, the last one, maybe somebody's here for this. Public hearing on this project.
So, sorry, I believe Mr. Baker has a question.
Why the yellow?
Those were, there's some condominiums on this project, and they're kind of grouped together. We divided the assessment based on the number of units that they all share frontage, so those were highlighted to group those together for our purposes. They didn't really need to be highlighted on your page there, so.
All right, thank you, sir. Please step to the microphone, and give us your name and address, please.
Howard Holdenkamp, 1800 Second Avenue Northwest. My question is, because once they talked about the 16th redoing it, and then it was the phase of the churches making it a green space, did they come up with a solution on that? And another question is, on this parking, like on 18th, I should say, street, there's only parking on one side. All these people, is that going to be opened up to parking on both sides?
Mitch, you want to tell them what the update is, please?
So, yeah, on 18th Street, currently, there's no parking on one side of the street. When we have construction projects nearby, situations like that, we usually cover the no parking signs with bags and allow parking on both sides during the project, so no one will be ticketed. Chief McKeegan can make sure of that, but that isn't an issue typically.
And then the green space is going to have a sidewalk. That what your other question was on green space?
Yep, and we have came to an agreement with the churches, Our Savior's Lutheran Church and Grace Baptist Church on the east and west side of 16th Street, where we will be turning that to a green space, and with coordination with them.
Yeah. Answers your question? Good.
Will that change the price of the total?
It will affect the total construction costs. We don't have to pay for that reconstruction. And it does reduce the assessment to those two churches because they had frontage on those roadways. But the remaining properties on the project, it will not change the assessment.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mitch. Council, any questions on item number 8? If not, looking for resolution declaring the costs.
So moved.
Second. Tom?
Councilmember Pashusta.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Postma.
Aye.
Baker.
Yes.
Baskin.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. And 8D, or 8E is a resolution adopting the assessment roll.
So moved.
Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Pashusta.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Postma.
Aye.
Baker.
Yep.
Baskin.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Item number 9 under bid opening and award is receiving bids for asphalt emulsion oil. Stephen?
This is part of our summer maintenance program where we purchase oil, combine it with chips, and add that to the surface of our asphalt streets to restore the durability of the surface and the texture. This bid, we received one bid on this project, very competitive with the bid we received last year from HG Miggs in the amount of $54,900. We would recommend awarding that bid. And the remainder of the budget for this will be used to purchase those chips and other materials that are needed in this process.
And the chip sealing disappoints every inline skater in town. Thank you. Any questions on this, Counselor, from Mr. Lang? If not, looking for a resolution for 9A.
So moved.
Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Pashusta.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Postma.
Aye.
Baker.
Yep.
Baskin.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Item number 10 under petitions and requests is approving a change order number 3 for the wastewater treatment plant project. Stephen?
Yes, at the last work session, we discussed a variety of work change directives that have been consolidated over the last 3 months for work and improvements as part of the wastewater treatment plant expansion project. We consolidated those into one change order in the amount of $864,810. That is split, that cost is split between the domestic fund and the industrial fund for the project. And we would recommend awarding change order number 3 to the project. And I would be happy to answer any questions that anyone may have.
Council, any questions for Mr. Lang?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Pashusta.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Postma.
Aye.
Baker.
Yes.
Baskin.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Item number 11 is approving the Grow Austin Fund Standout Initiative Program. Craig?
Thank you, Mayor and members. This is a tweak that Development Corporation of Austin asked us to take a look at, working with Austin Utilities in Mower County. Essentially, the adjustments for us predominantly include the moving the $3,000 incentive from 180% of poverty to 220% of poverty. We're also eliminating the counting benefits towards the overall wage levels. So those are predominantly the changes we'd ask for approval. Be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions, council? If not, looking for a resolution, item number 11.
So moved. Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Pashusta.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Postma.
Aye.
Baker.
Yep.
Baskin.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Item number 12 is a resolution approving an ICM agreement with Austin Tank Wash LLC. Stephen?
Yes, we adopt these from time to time with businesses in Austin, and we're currently in a 3-year agreement with Austin Tank Wash, and they have changed ownership and business has improved recently, so that increased business requires some slight modifications to some of their flow parameters. So before you tonight is a revised agreement, still staying with the original 3-year term, but we're updating the flow from 2,500 gallons per day to 3,000 gallons per day, and we're updating the CBOD from 18 pounds per day to 20 pounds per day. So in the big scheme of things, when looking at other ICM agreements, these are very, very modest changes, but we would recommend approving these revisions to the Austin Tank Wash ICM agreement.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Stephen. Council, any questions? Mr. Lang? Looking for resolution for item number 12.
So moved. Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Pashusta.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Postma.
Aye.
Baker.
Yes.
Baskin.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Item number 13 is a resolution approving a lease for the Anderson Building. Stephen?
For the past 15 to 20 years, the city has owned a storage building on the south end of the Austin Municipal Airport. The previous 3 years, we had a lease agreement with Lanny Bastianson for his use of that facility, and we recommend another 3-year agreement with Mr. Bastianson for the next 3 years. The amount we propose has increased $25 per month or $300 per year for a new 3-year total revenue for the city of $8,100. And with council approval, we would recommend this 3-year agreement.
Thank you. Any questions from Mr. Lang, council?
Stephen, two questions. One, what do we use it for today? And two, if instead of doing this, we opened it up and said, hey, who wants to rent this? Do we think we'd get a different outcome or a bunch of interest, or is there a pretty unique reason for it?
We have always rented it out. Actually, first few years that we owned it, we may have stored our own equipment out there, but just due to logistics and where it's located, that didn't serve us very well. So, again, based on the same issue we had, we've tried to rent it out to local people in that area, and we've been successful. We've had 2 different renters during the time period, but it really likely serves someone that's in that neighborhood. So there's there's a small group of people essentially that we believe would be interested in something like this. And the agreement, it's been successful with Mr. Bastianson. He's kept up the property very nicely, kept it mowed, kept things trimmed around there, making it look well occupied and used, and hasn't had vandalism and things like that. So the previous 3-year agreement has worked out very well, which is why we would recommend continuing it with Mr. Bastianson.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Looking for a resolution for item number 14.
So moved.
Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Pashusta.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Postma.
Aye.
Baker.
Yes.
Baskin.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Item number 15 is a motion reviewing a variance from Nick and Megan Crouch. Holly?
Did we skip one?
Oh, approving the T. Oh, approving an airport T hangar entitlement transfer. Sorry, backing up to 14. Looking for resolution approving the airport T hangar. Stephen?
This is our second entitlement transfer. Council approved another one of these a month or so ago. And this is with the city of Albert Lea, where they would transfer to the city of Austin $150,000 for our proposed T-hanger project, with expected repayment back to the city of Albert Lea in 2025. So with those details, we would recommend approval of this entitlement transfer.
Very good. Council, any questions? Looking for a motion or a resolution for item number 14.
So moved.
Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Pashusta.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Postma.
Aye.
Baker.
Yes.
Baskin.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Now on to 15, a motion reviewing a variance from Nick and Megan Crouch. Holly?
Yes, the petitioners live at 807 38th Avenue Northeast, and in September of 2023, they were granted a variance from our 1,800 square feet maximum square footage for detached accessory structures and for residential properties exceeding an acre. They have repetitioned to amend that variance request to add 8 feet onto the building and add a 16 by 68 foot overhang for cold storage, which would add an additional 1,408 square feet. The property in question is approximately 3 acres, and with this proposed addition, the total lot coverage with structures would be approximately 8%. 40% lot coverage is allowed. After review, the Planning Commission with 5 members present recommended approving the variance unanimously with 5 votes. The Planning Commission made the following findings with regard to this request. That number 1, the requested variance is in harmony with the general purposes and intent of the zoning ordinance. That 2, the variance, if granted, would not alter the essential character of the locality in which the property is situated. 3, that there are circumstances unique to the property not created by the landowner. And 4, the landowner intends to use the land in a reasonable manner not permitted by the ordinance. Do you have any questions?
Excellent. If no questions, looking for a motion approving or denying the variance for item number 15.
So moved to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 16, reviewing a variance from Christina Hastings. Holly?
Yes, Christina has a home at 509 21st Avenue Northwest. She is appealing from our 25-foot yard setback. The petitioner has requested a variance of approximately 7 feet, reducing the front yard setback to about 18 feet as part of a larger addition. And then the front property line varies slightly in distance from the structure east to west. The property in question is about 1/3 of an acre. With this proposed addition, the total lot coverage with structures would be approximately 22%. 40% is allowed. After review, Planning Commission with 5 members present voted unanimously, 5 votes to recommend approving the variance. And the same considerations in this variance request apply as the prior.
Thank you. Council, any questions for Holly on this? Looking
Motion
for
to approve.
motion 16. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 17 is a motion reviewing variance from Jeffrey and Mary McNiff. Holly?
Yes, Jeffrey and Mary McNiff live at 924 4th Avenue Northeast. The petitioners wish to add a second detached garage. They wish to add a 24 by 24 detached garage. There is enough space to add this garage without requiring any setback variances. The property in question is a parcel. Actually, I think that might be wrong. The acreage is not correct on here. However, with proposed addition, the lot coverage with structures would be approximately 24%. 40% lot coverage is the maximum allowed. After review, the planning commission with 5 members present recommended approving the variance by the following vote. 5 ayes. Let's see, and then the planning commission made the following findings regarding this request, which are similar to the same as the prior request. If you want me to go through those, I can.
Council, any questions for Holly on this, item number 17?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 18 is granting the Planning and Zoning Department the power to contract for removal of junk and/or legally stored vehicles at the following locations. 18A, address is 1010 11th Avenue Southwest, the Johnson property.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 18B, the address is 503 8th Avenue Southeast, the Wakefield property.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 18C, address 1106 2nd Avenue Northwest, the Oasis Rentals LLC property.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. On to citizens addressing the council. Are there any citizens present wishing to speak to the council on items that weren't on the agenda? All right. If not, then we'll move on to honorary council comments. Good. Nothing? Okay. Reports and recommendations. Craig?
Gonna go to Coalition of Greater Minnesota Cities Legislative Action Day with the mayor and Councilmember Helly, so wish us luck trying to convince the legislature. Otherwise, Mr. Sehan and Dankert have a couple items.
Okay. Jason, want to go first?
Honorable Mayor and City Council, I just wanted to, in front of you, you have our new version of the recreation activity guide for the spring and summer. It's a team effort with our staff. We kind of wanted to bring things up to date. You probably recognize the newspaper version that we've done for several years. It's got great information. It's got a lot of the same information. It's just sort of a different package and a different delivery method. But it has this is something that people we hope keep around. It's probably 3 or 4 months worth of great recreation and park opportunities. It's got, information on our walking and bike trails, park locations and rental sites, information on our aquatics, so our swimming pool hours for open swim, for swim lessons, youth sports. It's got adult activities, special events and tournaments. It's got some spring and summer job opportunities. We're looking to hire some staff, so if you know anybody who wants to be a lifeguard or work in our parks or work with the rec department, it's the best job in the world. And then also at the back, there's information about the J.C. Hormel Nature Center. So this is available online on the city website. If you click on the Parks and Rec website and click on the summer brochure, you can get a digital version. We also have printed copies that will be taken around to the library and like offices, dentist offices, places with waiting rooms and things like that. So you'll probably see them around town. You can also pick them up here at City Hall. In the past, we've always done one for the summer. This one is spring and summer. We're considering potentially next year we'll do like a fall winter version of the same thing. So anyways, take a look at it and let us know your feedback if you got any. It's our first go at it. And I think it'll improve each time we do it. But I want to thank my staff for all of their input. I've designed these in the past, and I came up with a cover I was kind of proud of. But then I asked our AmeriCorps team out at the Nature Center if they'd get a go at it and say, can you take this same information and make it look a little bit different? Theirs is far better than mine ever was. So I want to thank them. So, and then our editing team, and we had people that kind of went through and looked for, just minor changes and how it looks. So it'll continue to get better each time. But yeah, take a look at it. Let us know what you think.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it. Tom?
City Clerk Brianna Wolf is at the annual clerk conference, but she asked me to just publicly thank all the election judges from the presidential primary we had. In addition to that, the street department gave us some staff to move things around, appreciate that. And then finally, the school janitors help out when all the school places were at. So again, just a big thank you for everybody that helped out for the election.
Excellent. And kudos to Wanda and Bree for pulling off their first go at it by themselves, so. All right, looking for input from council, city council. Start with Laura down at the end there.
I want to take advantage of my platform to talk again about Emerald Ash Borer and a very nice brochure put together by the same fantastic Parks, Rec, and Forestry team. Now is the time to have your ash trees assessed. The window for treating them is closing rapidly by this fall. Trees that could be treated now may be infested. So figure out if you've got an ash tree on your property. We estimate there's at least 3,000 on private property in the city of Austin, and that's a drive-by assessment, which means we weren't looking in the backyards. If you do have one, they may be able to be treated. If they're already infested, they're going to need to come down, and you do not want to wait for a storm to take it down for you because they tend to explode in ways that other trees don't, and the damage is extensive. There's also a plan in place for the publicly owned ash trees in our parks and the nature center, but it's a huge problem, so just wanted to mention that. Also, I will say, the Parks Board approved a new sort of policy and procedure around memorial gifts to the parks. For years, people who wanted to have, let's say, a bench at the nature center in memory of their loved one would just approach staff, and there was no structure to it. And we now have a procedure. We know who's making the decision. We even are able to put a little catalog together of saying, these are the things we use in our parks, these are the costs for them, and so forth. So we've just sort of backfilled some policy and procedure on something that was already happening, and I think that's a good use of our time. That's it.
Thank you, Laura. Michael?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Jeffrey?
Not a thing.
Nothing, Your Honor.
Jason?
Two quick things. One is, Jason, early feedback, very well received. So I brought my copy home from our meeting last week and I put it down on the thing, and immediately my wife was like, "What is that? Let me grab it." And I'm pretty sure we've already signed up for stuff. So focused family group of one, but well done, and I mean, incredibly easy. Second thing is, from a Port Authority standpoint, the Hormel Institute, a lot of work continues to be done around the Minnesota Bioimaging Center. And so, you know, Gail and the team have been doing a lot of work with the state legislature, working on funding and trying to get that program up off the ground. We've got a media event at 12:30 on April 2nd up at the state capitol, where they'll be talking to a more statewide audience about some of the benefits. But I mean, credible potential project for Austin and really good statewide significance, if not, you know, regional significance for really, really great research opportunities. So more to come on that.
Thanks, Jason. Paul?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Joyce?
Nothing, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. I just want to thank my mayor for the day, Alani Tharavong. She was absolute delight today. I can assure you that you'll be reading about her and all her accomplishments in the Austin Daily Herald and KUS Radio. I'm sure we'll cover it too, fellas. But she is absolutely very, very, very bright, articulate, just a charming woman, and she will do great, I know, in anything she does. So it was great having you, and thank you for gaveling us in with such robust vigor. Thank you. So looking for a motion to adjourn to Monday, April 1st, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.